Hi there. Welcome to Healthy Twisted Living. Welcome to my channel. I am here to help you this year on our Wellness Wednesday. We want to be able to take our natural living, the things that nature has given us, and implement it into our daily journey. And so if you've seen me before, you know I do a lot of products and natural things based off of corkwood and stone, and I integrate aromatherapy into it. But here on this channel, we are going to give you tips, tricks, great products to use just to integrate into your pantry, and to integrate into your home, integrate into your daily life for your natural homeopathy journey. And it's for the whole body, the holistic healing of everything, your mind, body, and soul, not just for an ailment here or there. It's for the whole. Okay, so with that, today is your top 7 potential pantry essential oils. So the question is, why did I choose 7? Why didn't I choose 5? Why didn't I choose 10? Well, really, just because I like the number 7. It's my favorite number. So I chose that one. You can choose 5 of these, you can do 10, but for the duration of this episode, we're going to say the top 7 oils you probably should have in your pantry. And again, everybody differs. So if you're familiar with oils, you may have a different 7, or you may be similar to the ones that I represent today. First of all, where do I get my oils from? I use a company called Eden's Garden. You can find them at edensgarden.com. They are a 100% woman-owned and operated company, and all of their oils are 100% therapeutic grade oils, very sustainably harvested and affordable. And so I've used these oils for the past 10 years, and I have never been dissatisfied with any of their oils, any of their products. I absolutely love them. So the ones that I share, or anything that I talk about with oils, is going to be with the use of Eden's Garden. If you use oils and you're familiar with them and you use a different company like Young Living or Pure Vita or whatever, just know that you want to make sure that you're using therapeutic grade oils. Make sure they're the real deal. Okay, so you kind of saw this one first. Where did oils come from? How did they even begin? Well, believe it or not, we first know about them from the ancient Egyptians. Lavender I pulled, and we're going to talk about those benefits, but in the ancient Egyptian time frame, they would actually use lavender oil to help mummify the people who would pass away. And so they would embalm the mummies with the lavender oil, and they would use it as a perfume to keep whatever smells away. And so when they were opening King Tut's tomb, it was reported that there still was some faint strains of the lavender oil within his tomb. So that tells you how amazing true essential oils are, like how long they last, because that was thousands of years later when they revealed the tomb and they could still smell it. Another case talked about frankincense. There was a bottle of frankincense in another tomb, and it was there 2,000 years prior to that. It had been put in the tomb, and they opened it and it still smelled just as fresh as a brand new harvested frankincense oil would smell. Pretty cool. Okay, so with that, that's like a whole nother episode. But today we're talking about your top 7 essential oils for your pantry. So, of course, lavender. Why do we want lavender? Well, first of all, for your emotions, it's an anxiety easer, eases stress, it's a mood support. It helps take all of those negative energies and bring back the positive energies. So that's your spiritual wellness right there. It also promotes sleep. It helps just with the calming and the relaxing. It helps put you in a better place so that you can get rest, the rest that you need. It is a great antibacterial. It is a great antimicrobial. It helps with the funguses. This essential oil right here, this lavender, is amazing for the skin. there was a report that a scientist had a huge explosion in his workshop, and the only thing that he had with him, he was burnt really bad. The only thing he had near him was lavender oil, and he took it and he just lathered his arm in the oil, and he noticed that it didn't burn. It immediately took the burn away, so it helps with burns. But he kept using the lavender, and from that explosion, from that burn, he didn't have any scars, and it was a major, major explosion. So that was pretty cool, knowing that lavender is going to rejuvenate those skin cells and kind of just grow them back together and heal them correctly. So it cleanses, it protects, it rejuvenates the skin cells, it helps the mind-body awareness. It also is a great reliever for pain and headaches. So a lot of people will either just inhale the lavender oil or add it with the blend for headaches. How do I use this in my home? We use this mostly for the calming, the relaxing. I have 3 kids. We have a lot of busy going on. The calming and the relaxing. And whenever they were really young, I would also put it in their diffuser to help just put a restful night's sleep. And then during the cold season, we'll make a blend and we'll put lavender and some other oils along their spine or on their feet to help support immunity or just cleanse the congestion in the airways. So that's number 1, lavender. And I think that that's probably in a lot of pantries if you're already on the natural path. In fact, science has proven that of all the essential oils, lavender is actually the one that is used the most. Interesting, isn't it? Okay, so next we're going to go with our citrus. We're going to pull sweet orange. Sweet orange. I actually really, all of the oils I'm showing today, I really love, I really use. In fact, these jars are the 30 milliliter jars, and I always get, there's one you're going to see, it's in a 10 mil, but I always get the 30 mils in these because we use them so much. And we actually rarely ever have to use any medicines over the counter because these oils are healing. Nature has given us properties to help heal and cleanse us. So, why orange? Well, first of all, I absolutely love the fragrance of orange. It's an amazing, calming, relaxing, toning, just puts you in a better mood. And so a lot of times if I'm feeling stressed or anxious, I'll go get my orange and I'll go get a couple of other oils and just put them in the diffuser and just relax for a minute. Okay, so what else is orange? It is an antioxidant. So it's the lemon that we're going to talk about in a minute. So they help build and boost that immune system. It's an anti-inflammatory, believe it or not. Orange can help with the inflammation and pain and some swelling. It will help clean. It's an antibacterial. So you could take orange or a couple of other of these oils and just mix it with vinegar and water, and you could have a disinfectant for your counters. You wouldn't have to go pay $5, $6, $7 at the store for a synthetic, toxic disinfectant, or even more for a natural one that you can make at home. Okay, another topic, another day. I have plenty of recipes for y'all for other Wellness Wednesdays. We're just talking about our top 7. So, lavender, orange. And with that orange, again, we have another citrus, lemon, lavender, orange, lemon. Lemon is also soothing, relaxing. It is that antibacterial. It is that antimicrobial. This is also great to help with congestion and cleaning up the drainage in your head. So around that flu and that cold season, I will actually take this and we'll put it on the kids' ears if their ears are starting to feel full, and it helps drain all that liquid from their ears. We'll put it on our throats with a carrier oil. They do say it is great for skin, but because it is a photosensitive oil, they say don't apply it to the skin and go immediately out into the sun because there will be a reaction there. So if you know that you're going to be going into the sun, I wouldn't suggest putting it on your neck or using it as on any of your face. Okay, what else do we use this for? We use it for cleaning the air, cleaning the counters, but mostly we use this for our antiviral needs to keep our immune system built up and to get any drainage flowing that is needed. This also I use and I add it into my water if I'm feeling a bit nauseous. So for pregnancy, the lemon oil, just a drop in your water, will help ease the nausea. And yeah, I used that a lot when I was pregnant too. Okay, what's next? So you have lavender, you have your lemon, you have your sweet orange. The next three we're going to talk about are pretty big powerhouses in my house. So I would say this oil right here, I use on almost everything that I do. In my antiviral blends, I use it for cleaning, I use it for mood boosting, frankincense and myrrh. And some research, it has actually shown that frankincense and myrrh can help prevent some stages of cancer. It boosts the immune system. We use it because it is great for the tension and the pain and swelling. So I will use this in our muscle rub blends. I also use this in our antiviral blends to help cleanse any bacteria that is starting to grow, or when we have a cold, to help with the tension and the draining of any of your thyroid glands or your muscles in your neck. It is great for lung support, for breathing, for air respiratory areas. So if you're really congested, mixing this with what's fixing to come is a great support to clear the air passages. Frankincense and myrrh. It also has a really deep woodsy undertone, whereas the lemon and citrus, of course, the lemon and orange are very citrusy and forward. This has a deeper tone, and it just is really soothing and relaxing. So along with all of those great benefits to the body, it also really supports the just emotional well-being of a person. So we have lavender, you have your sweet orange, that's 2. Oh, sorry, couldn't see it. You have your lemon, that's 3. I showed you the frankincense and myrrh, and some people ask, why do you do frankincense and myrrh and not just frankincense? There are so many varieties, and we do have a frankincense that I use for intense swelling on our muscle rub, but this one right here, it just supports the whole well-being. You could name any ailment, and this one's going to be a go-to. So I always grab that frankincense and myrrh in the big bottle. Okay, so let's talk about number 5. Number 5 is eucalyptus. Now, some people actually would say, hey, why didn't you choose peppermint? Because peppermint is a really bright note also. Well, for me and my family, we have 3 kids, and I use oils on them all the time too. And so peppermint is a really hot oil, just means that it's going to burn when you put it on, even with a carrier oil. So you have to dilute it really carefully, and even then, they're going to feel it. So even with my lightest dilution of peppermint, my kids are like, oh, Mom, it's too hot. I can't. Okay, so eucalyptus has a lot of the same healing properties that peppermint does. And so for our house, we choose to use eucalyptus. This is a great powerhouse. It is great, again, for that respiratory. It is very good to help take all of the congestion and clear it up. So we use this a lot for our colds and our viruses. I'll even take, if I'm really stopped up, I'll take a nasal steamer or even a cup of hot water, put some eucalyptus in there, put a cloth over the head, and just inhale the steam. And immediately you can start feeling all of that congestion break up. So what else is it good for? It's good for mood support. I was going to say moral support. Yeah, maybe that too. It's good for mood support, but it will also help awaken the mind. So if you're feeling just like, I need another cup of coffee, or just really run down, all you have to do is just open the lid, take about 5 deep breaths, and just let that eucalyptus just awaken your mind. Okay, that's 5 or 6. Let me double check. I think that's 5. Yes. So we have our lavender, we have our lemon and our sweet orange, we have our frankincense and myrrh, we have our eucalyptus. We're at 5. If I were to say, hey, which 5 would you grab? I'd say those 4. Choose between lemon and orange. Just grab one of those. This next one would be the 5th one I'd say you want to have in your pantry for sure. Guardian. Now, if you are familiar with essential oils, Young Living has a brand called Thieves. This is just like Young Living's Thieves. but it's Eden Gardens brand, and I absolutely love it. So this is your mixture of your cinnamon, your clove, your eucalyptus. It has some orange in there, and then I always forget that fifth one is rosemary on this one, I want to say. Yep, it is rosemary. Took me a minute to find it. Okay, so again, Big Bang. This is a huge immune support for every single day. Whenever I'm starting to feel a yucky throat coming on, I will get my lemon, I'll get this, and I'll get my carrier oil, put it on my throat a couple of times that day, and the next day, throat doesn't hurt anymore. And it is good to help waking you up. It's great for that mood support because it has all of those warm, deep tones in there, that cinnamon and that clove, the rosemary, the eucalyptus. Whew, it's one of my favorite scents for sure, but it's one of my favorite oils just to help just heal, take those viruses and shove them to the side. It has great antibacterial properties in it, antimicrobial properties in there. Okay, so there's one more oil I have left. Top 7 oils is what I'm giving you. If you have to choose, have to choose 5, I'm going to do those. I would choose lavender. You may already have some of these. I would choose a citrus. They both have amazing properties. They're both very similar. I prefer orange just because I love the smell of the orange. And then number 3 for your top 5 would be frankincense and myrrh, eucalyptus, or if you prefer peppermint, if you don't have any kiddos that you would be using a hot oil on, peppermint, Guardian, that would be my suggested number 5. So I've shown you 6 oils. What's the number 7? Out of all of the oils I could choose, because I have so many and I love using oils. We use them all the time. And I have such a large range. No, I don't sell oils. I sell blends that I make myself, but I'm not a Young Living seller or I just love oils and I love what they do for our body. But the number 7 oil I chose was actually lemongrass. And it's kind of blurry on the screen, so weird. Lemongrass. Why did I choose lemongrass? Well, lemongrass, for me, I chose it because it is an amazing, I love the scent of lemongrass. I don't know why, I just do. I love the scent of lemongrass, and I love the ability that it has to help ease the tension and the pain and the muscle support. So lemongrass is actually really good at taking and relieving the swelling and the tension and the pain. And frankincense does a lot of the same thing, but you put these two together, you have a muscle rub right there with some carrier oil. Yeah. So during the year, I'm always constantly working. I'm constantly busy at my computer. I'm doing a lot of working with my wrist whenever I'm making my products. I get carpal tunnel. And whenever my carpal tunnel flares up, it goes all the way to my elbow, and it is intense. So the lemongrass mixed with the frankincense and the carrier oil, it just immediately eases the tension and the pain and helps. There are other things that you can do with lemongrass. It is a great cleansing agent. You could use this for your disinfectant spray. It is great for clearing up the nasal passages. It will wake you up. It will boost the mood. For all of these oils, I truly could list tons and tons of benefits for the whole body. But for this channel, it's not about doing lists. It's, hey, I want to give you the best possible way that you could integrate natural living into your house and just give you some great information. Now, I will go ahead and list down below in the comments, I will list the link for where I get my oils. And I will also list some research. And guys, I've spent 10 years researching this. And in fact, I'm right now currently on my path to become an aromatherapist. And I'm super excited about that. So the research I'm giving you is not just pulled from one place. I've spent years and years doing this, and I love it. So if you haven't ever gotten into essential oils or aromatherapy, you don't know anything about it, hey, email me questions if you have any, and I'll check in with you and send you some information. But I will tell you, they are an amazing tool to add to your arsenal. Am I telling you don't ever go see a doctor? Please do not say that. I am not telling you that, because doctors are there for a reason. We have used doctors, but I will tell you that through my experience, since we've been using oils, we mainly have to go to a doctor once a year, and they'll tell us, hey, you're sick. And then we'll go home and we'll use oils to heal. And so I know they work. They've been proven time and again here on the people around me that use the oils that I have. And I just want to share those tips and tricks with you. So stay tuned to the channel. If you like it, go ahead and subscribe. And each week we're going to be bringing you great new tips and tricks so that you can integrate natural living into your daily natural journey. Happy New Year, happy 2022, and I cannot wait to continue to share with you.